What's going on, YouTube? It is 6:24 in the morning right now. Time to film a video. My girlfriend is like, "Can you keep it down, Josh?" I'm like, "But YouTube is life." It's not life, but gotta make these videos when you can. I'm wearing this Cookie Monster t-shirt because I'm about to go to the gym after this. Also, I really like this DeLorean. Anyways, I just woke up and I'm a little bit distracted, so forgive me. Today we're talking about resumes. You guys keep sending me resumes. I keep reviewing resumes. I have a little bit of a line, but keep sending me your resumes, and I'll keep doing this as long as you guys keep sending me resumes. How many times can I say that in like 3 minutes? There is a Patreon perk for me reviewing resumes because it supports the channel. It's $35. I think that's a pretty reasonable price. And then I'll review your resume right away. I've done it like 6 or 7 times so far. And if you want, you'll be in the next week's resume review video. So if you're interested in becoming a developer, there's a whole bunch of links in the description. I'm currently rebranding. I was going to be onfocus.gg, but that sucked. We're rebranding to a grind reel, right? So the whole purpose of it is to like invest in the process, the grind. And I know it's a little bit overused, but it's also a buzzword, and you can recognize it and you know what it means, and it has the double entendre of grind reel. The grind is real, but the reel is R-E-E-L, which is like film because I make these videos every day. I don't know. I think it fits more. It doesn't limit me to just code because I talk about mindset. So if you're out there procrastinating, stop watching this video and go get your shit done. A quick thank you to the patrons. We have DJ Richie, Vlaslo Martin Fee, Aubrey Craig, Armand, appreciate you. Couldn't do everything that I do without you guys. Hit that subscribe button. Let's jump into these resumes. All right, so we got Daniel here. Let's take a look. Didn't really review it that much, just block out a couple things. So as always, you're gonna need your GitHub, you're gonna need your LinkedIn, and you're gonna need your portfolio. So GitHub, LinkedIn, portfolio right there at the top. There is a spelling error right off the bat that I can see. Why do you have 2 commas there? Remove one of those. Web and app development, film development, computer repair. First of all, why is this lowercase? And then secondly, break this out. What does web and app development mean? That is such a deep topic. Film and video editing, what does that mean? That's such a deep topic. Operating camera filming, that would go underneath this here. Bitcoin consulting, what does that mean? Explain that. So ideally what you would do, you would have web skills, production skills, consulting skills, maybe like that, and then underneath fill out those columns. Experience, we have freelance, computer programming, tutoring. What does that mean? What did you tutor on? Can you tell me about the languages? Can you tell me about what you did? Freelance web development. You've already mentioned that you've done web development up here. I'm going to need to see the project that you've done freelance development on. Crypto consulting, again, you've mentioned that up there. This is redundant material. Computer programming, tutoring. Yeah, so what I would do with freelance is take it and put it down here, because anyone can put freelance in the 3 dots and then put I have this, this, and this. Don't do that. I'm going to need more information. I'm going to need the company you worked for. I'm going to need how long that took. I'm going to need the budget. I'm going to need exactly what you made. I'm going to need a link to see exactly what you made. Go ahead and then do that, and then move that freelance down here. Second, we have P and D United. This is an and sign, but this is a terrible and sign, so change your font. Equipment sales specialist, acquiring goods and tools, set up main eBay account. Why is this lowercase? Why is this lowercase? Then you have ClickGivers Inc., Elmont, New York software. So what you need to do with this one is move this up to the top. Typically, you have your most recent employment up here at the top, and then everything else below that. Expanding knowledge base. What does that mean? What languages did you work with? What frameworks did you work with? Are you using project management systems like Agile? Are you using version control like Git? Do you have a Kanban board? What does that even mean? You need to expand this into like 6 more different bullet points. Entry-level web and app development. What languages do you know? I have no idea what you can do with any of these skills that you've listed. I just know that you put some words on this resume, but I don't really know what you can do. You need to expand on everything that you're doing here. Education down here at the bottom, okay, that makes sense. August 2008, yep. Computer science, computer programming. What I would do is I would just take this off. Don't include this. If you actually have an education, like a typical traditional education, I can't say if you actually have an education. If you have a traditional education, what I mean by that is what employers want to see. This is what you want to put that there, and then keep your free code camp Udemy stuff off. Unless it's like really unrelated, but you have a computer science degree, so this isn't needed. If you had like a international arts studies degree, then I would probably keep this, but it's computer science, so remove this, keep your computer science. We have this other one here, took the following classes. I would rename took the following classes into related courses and then bullet point those out. So these are pretty good courses. I would just bullet point them out. Also was involved in chess club. No one put that away. And then we're missing your description. So you have to give a little blurb about yourself. Hello, I'm Daniel. I enjoy computer science. I'm currently working in a junior, well, don't say that. Hello, I'm Daniel. I enjoy web development and cryptocurrency development. What else could you say here? I enjoy web development and cryptocurrency development. Passionate about new technologies, film and video. I think that's a one-liner you could just put right there. And then you would be good to go. So you have your links, LinkedIn, portfolio, GitHub. Maybe not right there. That's just someplace on the page we could put it. And then you really need to expand what this freelance means. You can't just put freelance because I can't see anything that you've done. In fact, before any of these links, I can't see anything that you've done. I just see some generic words. Like, I really need to see exactly what you've done. What if I'm using PHP and you're using JavaScript? Well, maybe you can learn PHP. I don't know. Have you learned any frameworks that would kind of resemble Laravel and MVC or some sort? Like, what exactly do you have? So there's some changes to be made here. Also, there's a second page here that you have. I'm not sure why. I would go ahead and remove that second page. Try to keep it on one page if you can. Daniel, I appreciate you sending these in. Make these changes, and I think you'll be on your way. All right, Matt, so this is a really good resume. I saw it in like the preview of my email. This is pretty good. The only thing that you have here is like a cover letter on your resume. So we have organized, team-oriented, highly adaptable professional with international experience. Not so much you need to include that. I would maybe talk about that in your cover letter. Enjoys evaluating multiple methods to reach optimal solutions with the end goal of being to connect and increase awareness and understanding of others. Well, I get what you're going for here, Matt. This just seems like a bunch of fluff to me. Like evaluating multiple methods to reach optimal solutions just sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo fluff. So I would take that out. Organized team and highly adaptable professional with the end goal being to connect and increase awareness of understanding of others. I'm not sure what this has to do with development, really. Finally, we reach something. Passionate about programming to create dynamic web applications to increase interdependence of the world. There we go. That's what we needed. We found it. During my time, okay, so now we're talking about during my time I created. Don't talk about first person in here. The rest of it can go away. This is all cover letter material after this point. We have one little summary, and now we've cleared up a lot of space. At least these 3 lines. Ooh, there. Yeah. So that is what I would talk about. I also have technical skills, SQL React Node, experience with UI. What exactly are you experienced with here? The Adobe suite? Oh, I didn't mean to do red, but what are you using? Are you just talking about, we talking about Sketch, we talking about Adobe? What are your skills here? Experience with MERN, full stack development. All right. Let's see. MySQL, React, Node, JavaScript, jQuery, HTML5, CSS3, MongoDB. What about version control? What about agile methodologies? What about the soft skills like Git flow? Anything like that? You ever heard of those things? Maybe add those on there. We got relevant experience, social rent, semantic UI, React.js, MERN, GitHub demo. I really like that you included these links. People are taking note. If you're watching this, take note. Include these links here. This is perfect. This is what I want to see. Oh, okay. That sounds good. Let me click. Collaborated with team, built API wraps, incorporated, rendered all features, implemented a package, implemented and implemented. See if you can figure out a way to diversify these words here. Mentored over 50 students, fast-paced coding school, tutor students nationwide at over 35 top universities. What exactly did you do at Trilogy Education Services? Like mentored, but in what? We have culinary service professional, Darden Restaurants, trained and supervised more than 30 employees. Proficient in 8 different positions. I don't know, dude. You have a lot of relevant experience. I don't think that you even need to include this additional experience. Maybe the trilogy education one, if it's tech related, then I would remove additional and just keep these 4. And then I would remove program coordinator. I get that you have a lot of experience, but only the stuff up here is relevant, and you have more than just one. So I would definitely take this additional experience off because it doesn't add much value. It's just like, okay, maybe you have some soft skills from these, but other than like when I'm looking at how you match my job description as a programmer, I don't think this adds much value unless you like happen to be in front of an HR person that like husband is like a chef, and then like that might correlate subconsciously with them, and they'd be like, oh yeah, this is awesome because their husband is a chef or something. I don't know. It doesn't really add much value up front. That's what you want. You want to add value and show how you can add value. So UNCC coding program, yep, looks good. Education down here at the bottom, also good. University, okay. Other than that, this is pretty good. I would maybe separate this out. Is you have front end, well, not all cases. Someone's going to call me out. HTML5, CSS, MongoDB. You have front end and back end, and then there are other skills like, what about atomic design? Anything like that. You're talking about proficient with UI, UX. And what about atomic design? Other than that, I think this is good. One thing that you would consider maybe is that you don't necessarily need this heading on the second page. Well, we're not going to have the second page anyways, so just remove that, and then I think we'll be all right. Okay, Matt, yeah, you have some changes to make. This will be nice and sleek. It'll be very slimmed down. I really like it. Thanks for sending this in, Matt. There's a couple changes, and I think it'll be good. All right, Gareth, here we go. First things we need to add. I need to see your LinkedIn. I need to see your GitHub. I need to see your portfolio. Let me come down here to your description. This is way, way too long. What I would do is take a couple sentences out of this, because that tends to be how it works most time. So I'd say reliability, acute attention to detail here, creativity and forward thinking, and then I would also take endorsing a positive outlook for greater achievements amongst my team and as an individual. Everything else in here reads like something that would go on your cover letter or something that you would describe that you did as a soft skill at a job. So remove everything else except these 2 sentences and figure out how to make those work together. Married South African. This is irrelevant for a resume. They don't really care. With Slovakian 5-year permit, they don't really care. You can remove that. They'll ask you about that if your resume is good enough and they want to talk to you more. You don't have to give too much detail here. With over 4 years IT support, by the way, take that out. Don't limit yourself. Well, if you're applying to a job that needs 5 years, oh, well, you've just automatically eliminated yourself due to HR software. Let's come down here to your core competencies. So when I read through this the first time here, we have establishing focus, analytical thinking. They assume that you have all of these things. Empowering others. This is not Tony Robbins' seminar. Career progressions. Communication. Obviously, you need to be able to do this if you're doing customer relationship management. So these are all soft skills that don't need to be on here. Also, rename core competencies to be skills. HTML, CSS. I'm gonna circle the real skills here. HTML, CSS, Windows, Red Hat, Debian, object-oriented JavaScript. English, that can be in like a little separate section. Definitely has no place in here. Team player, policies and planning. They assume that you can do all this stuff. This is just assumed that you can do documentation, research, computer literacy, how you doing this job if you can't use a computer, equipment and program knowledge. First of all, what equipment and what program? You can't just put that. Career progressions, what does that even mean? Methodical approach. I feel like you could change this to be agile methodologies maybe, if that's what you've done. If not, then remove it. So let's come down here to your professional experience. Okay. This needs to be broken out into bullet points. Like I'm just looking at this and I have to like read through this. No, I want to see exactly what you did and I want to see that easily. Don't make it difficult for me to find out what you've done because I'm just going to pass your resume without even looking on it. Because you're competing for my time along with a whole bunch of other resumes. You want to make it as easy as possible and as nice to look at as you can. This needs to be broken out into bullet points. Stanchion Payment Solutions. Again, break this out into bullet points. Key accomplishments. So here we have a formatting error. Put this on the same page. Figure out how to make some white space. You have a whole bunch of white space here. Maybe eliminate that and then put these key accomplishments up here. Key accomplishments. Encouraging friendly, competitive among colleagues. Maintaining small business culture. What? How is this a key accomplishment? This should just be part of your business culture. Documentation on batch processes and alternative workarounds. This sounds like it needs more explanation, but it sounds pretty good. Improve soft skills by training new colleagues on existing documentations. How did you improve their soft skills? What results can you talk about from that? Can you be like, we had a 400% increase in something, we had less crashes, less build errors, less production problems. Can you talk about that? What exactly improved? It's cool that you say that, but what did you do? Optimizing productivity with documentation on workarounds. Device-specific firmware. Hey, can we talk about these devices? What did you do here? Capturing market data, server maintenance. Capturing data is not a sentence. Coordinate captured data for marketing. Yeah, so the rest of this makes sense. Talk with clients, user profile administrator, server maintenance configuration, changes deployment on Windows-based OS. It sounds pretty good. I feel like you could... okay, so this is what you're doing. You have a... Well, wait, I'm confused. So we have some key accomplishments here for this job and some key accomplishments here for this job, but for this job we don't have any key accomplishments. What's going on? What are these key accomplishments sections doing? I'm confused. Introducing the company, new clients, piloting social media campaigns. Hey, this sounds pretty good, but you mentioned nothing about marketing in any of your skill areas. Documentation, exceeding client expectations with timely marketing campaigns, progressing the server maintenance and configuration. That sounds good. Sounds really DevOpsy. Deploying and maintaining server applications. Maybe not. I don't know. Can't really tell. You don't really talk about it above. Documentation for data capturing. Okay. Is there any way like I can have a link to this company to see what you've done somewhere here? Main clients. You don't have to talk about your clients. In fact, I would avoid talking about your clients unless you're doing something freelance, because these clients might get mad. College of Cape Town, computer graphic design. What does this mean? Is this what you studied? What is with these key accomplishments and check marks? Does this mean like check, yep, I can do it? Like, I'm confused. Corel Draw, 3D design. What did you use for 3D design? It's cool that you did that, but what did you do? 3D printing. Well, what did you do? Could you have examples? Can I see pictures or something? Adobe Illustrator and various mediums. Various mediums? Don't get lazy on me. I need to know what these are. College of Cape Town, network infrastructure, create and configure shares. What? Configure? You have configure in here like 45 times, my man. We have to figure out how to change this verbiage. And we need to figure out how we can diversify your configure into installed IPv something. And then we have another section called professional skills, IT related skills. Why do you have two different sections of skills? Why wouldn't you talk about these IT skills above your professional experience? And then when I scroll down, I can see, oh, he's got these IT skills, so it makes sense that he has all these IT positions. So what you need to do is you need to take this professional skills and you need to bump it all the way up top. And with all this extra space that we've now created in your core competencies, you can put your skills in here. And then also put them as columns or rows or something. Don't do this and one after the other, because like I have no idea what I'm looking at. And then it's just like data management, research, okay. Oh, English, wait, what? Oh, AIX, Windows, policies, wait, what? Resource, wait, what? It doesn't have a flow, and they're not segregated enough for me to figure out what exactly your competencies are in different sections of what our company wants you to do. So let's scroll down some more. CPIP Suite Analytics. What does that mean? Is that marketing analytics? Is that data analytics? Is that data science? Is that Google Analytics? What is that? Application support. How many customers, how many applications are you supporting at once? Server configuration. Software installation. What software installation? And why is this a skill? Because anyone can click next on the install prompts, okay? So talk about what made this really difficult if it's not just me clicking on the next button. Server configuration. Guess that's pretty DevOpsy. This is probably a pretty good skill. Windows Server maintenance. Good. User guide documentation. Is this like a subtext to that? Why is this not spaced out like the rest of them are? You know, fix that formatting also. Oh, we have a different section of professional skills down here below on the third page. Okay. Network support. What does that mean? Concise customer client communication. What you already talked about up here in your core competencies, customer relationship management and communication. So if you have redundant skills, this needs to go away. Coordinate training, desktop support. I feel like this is something that you'd put like as a bullet point as one of your jobs. Interests and activities AI, AR, snowboarding, decentralized computing. So cryptocurrencies. Why wouldn't you just put cryptocurrencies computing? Okay, so number one, we're already at 3 pages, and it's not that I don't like activities and interests. Great, it's cool, but you need to go ahead and just remove everything about this because we're already at 3 pages, and I'm not sure why, because there's a whole bunch of white space here that we can remove, and there's a whole bunch of stuff in general that we need to remove, and then we'll probably be on 2 pages max. If we can figure out how to bullet point this stuff, maybe make the text a little smaller, and then we should be okay. Available here. Well, I don't think you need to put that, so you can go ahead and remove that too. Gareth, okay, other than that, you have some changes here to make because I was just really confused. This is the first time I've really looked at your resume. It's going to be the same experience someone else has when they look at your resume, but definitely make those changes because right now it's pretty confusing, my man. If you really want to get in this field, you're gonna have to step it up a game, okay? Step it up a little bit to that next level so that we can get you in there. I want you to be successful, my dude, but we got to make this readable for the people that are going to make you successful, okay? So thanks for sending it in, Gareth. Make those changes.